Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning into your program. This is your community service program hosted by yours truly, Victor Trevino. Got a great show for you tonight. I anticipate, this is live TV, but it's really going to get lively later on when I introduce my very, very special guests that are here. But at this moment, can you believe it's already December? Here it is. Thanksgiving's out the way. We got Christmas around the corner. And right now, for the Jewish community, they're celebrating Hanukkah. And right after Christmas, it'll be Kwanzaa. Just a lot of great celebrations here. And we just got to enjoy them. At this moment, my reporter's telling me that we got breaking news. So let's go to breaking news at this time.
Sure that I have the opportunity to thank you. Whenever I come, I want to acknowledge it. I wanted to make sure that you were thanked, but I couldn't come to a place and see 100-year-old veteran. Can you believe it? I think you got everybody. When is your birthday? January. Oh Lord, he's Martin Luther King, which is January 15th, and he's Sheila Jackson Lee, which is January 12th. Yay! So I wanted to make sure we left a special treat back here for Mr. Williams. Mr. Williams in World War II was in the Pacific in the 93rd United States Army.
Dorothy Miller, U.S. Army from 1960 to 1963.
David Belton, Army.
Abby Phillip, Army, 1941.
Alfred Pittman, United States Naval Air Force, 1957.
Earl Deversell, the U.S. Army, Vietnam, 1967 to 1968.
Thank you. God bless you.
Red Bank,
Isaac,
Go ahead.
Isaac Stevens, U.S. Army, 1966 to 1995.
Bless you.
Freedom Line, Airman, Korea War. 67 to 68.
Bless you.
Korea, North
Bless
Korea.
you. Yes, sir.
Just around the 1968 to 73.
1952 to 54.
And I wanted to make sure, this is so special to me, that we had this flag flown over the United States Capitol for you, Mr. Williams, to acknowledge 100 years of veterans who has given us our freedom. Would you guys come and unfold it for him? So, flag of the United States of America. And honor Mr. Williams. You got it up? Can't you see? There you go.
I want to thank Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee for her support there and all the community. But we ran into her there at the Kashmir Multipurpose Center, and she was passing out turkeys to all the youngsters there. And then she recognized all the veterans, and I was very honored to meet all the veterans that were there, especially that young man that said that next month he'll turn 100 years old. And he was telling his stories about when he fought in World War II. And again, our gratitude to all the veterans, but a special shout out to Sheila Jackson Lee. Keep up the good work out there. We appreciate what you've done for the community. And it's so important, those of us that are elected, not to forget where we come from. So congratulations, Sheila Jackson Lee. And now, You know, breaking news on the Victor Trevino Show is always talking about great people doing great things, and that's what we're doing here. Sheila Jackson Lee has been a community person for many years, doing great things in the community, so we salute you. Not because we shy away from the challenging news. That's why our partnership with Crime Stoppers is so important. So at this time, let's go to our Crime of the Week.
Crime Stoppers and Constable Trevino need your help in identifying this brazen morning burglary suspect. On the morning of May 31st, 2013, this suspect entered a restaurant located on the 13,100 block of Westheimer Road in Houston, Texas. At approximately 7:45 a.m., the suspect made entry through a back door of the business. Immediately, he was captured by surveillance equipment. Video shows the suspect rummaging throughout the restaurant, taking numerous bottles of alcohol and approximately $100 in cash before fleeing the scene. Take a look at these photos. The suspect is described as a white or Hispanic male between 25 to 35 years of age, of average height and weight, with a distinctive tattoo on his right arm. At the time of the offense, the suspect was wearing a white cutoff t-shirt, red shorts, and is shown carrying an unidentified package in his right hand. If you know the identity of this suspect, call Crime Stoppers of Houston at 713-222-TIPS. That's 713-222-8477. You can also download the Crime Stoppers of Houston mobile app, Houston Crime Stoppers, available in the Apple App Store, the Google Play Store, and the BlackBerry App World. Callers to Crime Stoppers always remain anonymous and are eligible for up to $5,000 in a cash reward.
Again, I want to thank you for all your support for Crime Stoppers. Because of your support, you have made our Crime Stoppers here in Houston, Harris County, the #1 in the world. You see, when you make a phone call, your name is never discussed. They give you a code. That is the way that you communicate, through the code. So no one ever knows who you are. All we need is the information to make sure that these suspects have their day in court. And that's what we need here on Friday, May the 31st of 2013. A suspect, unidentified male, broke into a restaurant at the 13,100 block of Westheimer. The suspect went into the back door about 7:45 in the morning and was immediately captured by store surveillance. You can even see the surveillance on YouTube, and taking a lot of bottles of alcohol and a lot of money that was in there. So if you have any information on that suspect, please call Crime Stoppers. I want to say thank you to the Houston Police Department, their tactical force, for catching this suspect. We've been showing it here for quite some time. He's been on the run for a while. Sexual assault of a child. He's been captured now, so this individual will have his day in court. And that's all we ask of you when you give the information to Crime Stoppers, so that these suspects, these individuals, could have their day in court, and the families of the victims can also have their opportunity. Well, thank you for your continued support of Crime Stoppers. And now to my very special guests that are here, I want to say thank you. Let me get my paper. You're watching live TV, so you're watching me in action as I put all the paper together here. You know, I've always been very impressed with the involvement of our community, and I believe sometimes they don't get the recognition they deserve. So tonight I want to recognize some of those members in our community and the youngsters that participate in the different football leagues that are out there. So I want to welcome, first of all, Denver Harbor that is here. Thank y'all for being here. Mr. Ruben Robles, thank you for being here. And Magnolia Sharks, Gloria Sanchez, thank you for being here. Y'all can make some noise. And also Eastern Eagles, Ruben Gonzalez. Thank you for being here. And, you know, y'all have got a rich history. You know, Magnolia Sharks, I think, is one of the oldest. I'm not sure how old is Denver Harbor. It's been around for a while.
We've been around for a while.
So Denver Harbor and Magnolia have been around for a while. Eastern Eagles just started, what, about 5-6 years ago?
We're going on 10 years.
10 years. Time flies. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, 10 years.
Yeah, I could see everything loaded out there by the Austin High School. It's packed all the time during season. So I wanted to see, we start off by maybe everybody introducing themselves. You know, we'll go and all the players also.
My name is Karen Maciel. I'm the secretary of the Eastern Eagles.
Thank you for being here.
Ruben Gonzalez, the athletic director, Eastern Eagles.
My name's Ricky Rodriguez. I'm the vice president of the Eastern Eagles.
bring it on this side, and we'll give it to the youngster again. Yeah, and then we'll go from there.
Joseph Luna, a.k.a. The Nuts, defensive end, Super Bowl champs.
My name is Alex Gonzalez, cornerback for defense. My name's Christian, number 70, right end on defense, and I'm a Super Bowl champ.
I'm Anthony Almazan, number 55 on the Eagles. I'm left guard and hiker for the offensive line, and I am defensive end on defensive line, and I am a Super Bowl champ.
My name is Austin Castro. I'm number 34 for the Houston Eagles, and I'm a Super Bowl champ.
My name is Gabriel Segundo, number 12. I'm a left tackle for defense on Eastern Eagles.
That's it? Okay. Let's give them a round of applause.
You have the mic? Stand up.
My name's Tony Robles. I support my team in Denver Harbor, the Bearcats.
I'm Ruben. I'm the president of Denver Harbor Football League. This is my 4th year doing it.
Congratulations. We got a mic for you.
Gilbert Avila, vice president of the Magnolia Park Sharks.
Noe Garcia, assistant coach, Magnolia Park Sharks.
I'm Jesse Amadarius, number 80, defensive tackle for the Magnolia Park Sharks.
Jim Escobedo, right guard for for offense.
Oh.
Jose Lozano. I'm.
Y'all having fun with it. It's okay to have fun, enjoy yourself, get up, and y'all can holler and scream for Magnolia Sharks, and let's hear it. Have fun with it.
Brett Galliford, number 34 for the Sharks, running back.
Anthony Zarco, number 35 for the Sharks.
That's good. Double check.
Yeah, confirm. I love it.
I'm Daniel Gonzalez. I'm number 50, and I'm center for Magnolia Park Sharks.
I'm Ricky Gutierrez, number 32, and I'm running back and linebacker for Magnolia Park Sharks.
My name is Christian Contreras. I'm number 82, and I play for the Magnolia Park Sharks.
Dayton Arroyo, a.k.a. Elvis, number 20, linebacker.
Jacob Lopez, number 26, a.k.a. Mosca or Chinquilin.
David Sanchez, number 77, defensive end, tight end.
Noah Garcia, number 54.
Jesse Guerrero, number 7, linebacker, that's it.
Okay, that's it.
Yazia Flores, number 19, offensive line, defensive line.
All right. Let's give them a big round of hands. To you at home, what you're watching is the best there is of a grassroots effort where families come together, to support their children, to support their neighbors, and to continue not just to help the sport of football, but to promote good physical fitness and also the skills that it builds up, the mental process is good for the youngsters, when they go back to school to deal with that discipline. But let me let you hear it from the actual people that are involved. Ruben, with the Eastern Eagles, let's talk about, the process. It's a lot of work. I mean, how do y'all, I know you do it from the heart, but it is a lot of sacrifice.
Oh, yeah, it is. And we really can be successful, and as me and Gloria talked about it during the season, the Magnolia Sharks and the Eastern Eagles are two powerhouses. We recognize that. And behind the scenes, you have no idea the work that it takes. You know, this is all volunteer. It's all for the children. And we wouldn't succeed if it wasn't actually for people like yourselves. You know, we use the precincts for our security. We have team moms. People know that we play at Austin High School. People know that we practice at Diaz Park. And there's another organization involved in that. You know, you have Easton Little League, that we come together as a whole, as a team, to support the children. Without the City of Houston Park and Recreation, where would we be? So it's a big family that support each other. I know now we talk all the time, and you know, these boys that wear these uniforms as Sharks and these boys that wear uniforms as the Eagles, it is one community. And I think the coach for the for the Sharks said it best. I think it's Coach Rocha. At the end of the Super Bowl, when the Sharks had their eyes filled with tears because they just didn't get it, but these boys were filled with tears with enjoyment. He made a statement that said, we're from downtown, we're a community, we're one. And when you look at Pearland and you look at spring and have soccer and like, wow, those guys are great at baseball and they do all those wonderful things. Well, let's not forget about our community. Let's not forget about the Magnolia Sharks and the Eastern Eagles as one.
And the fact
and be proud of it.
And that y'all have dominated the Super Bowl for quite some time. Because how many other leagues are in the basketball?
There's 18.
How many?
18 total. We are 2 of 18, and we've
pretty much the senior division have dominated. And I would also like to say that our girls have dominated as well. You know, our girls took first place in cheer, their girls took second in cheer, their girls took second at drill competition, and we took fourth at drill competition. We have set a big, for the Hispanic community, we have
And I think the fact that y'all have given the opportunity to showcase all the talent that our youngsters have,
yes,
that's the issue too that's important. I appreciate the fact that it is a great partnership, it's a great family, but
it's a fun rivalry.
Yes,
fun.
But our youngsters have a lot of talent, and if they're not given the opportunity to showcase that, and y'all give them that. I mean, Denver Harbor's been around for a while, and we're talking about earlier how you've grown from 8 teams to how many teams you got now?
21, 22 teams. We have different divisions. We start from 3-year-olds all the way up. We're starting from the ground. One day we wish to be as big as what y'all are, but it's a growing process, and we're growing, and we'll get there one day.
Well, I think the difference is, I mean, you've got a big league.
Yes.
The difference is that they've developed it where they expand, I think, and that's something that
yes,
whether you want to do it or you do a lot of the playing there between each other, and that's still something that's developing the talent.
Between our board and everybody, we don't deny no kids from playing. So any kid that is wanting to play, they're more than welcome to play. We only charge, a certain amount of money, and it's a blessing for me to do what I'm doing right now, so.
And I think that's also a big factor in the kids seeing the enthusiasm that y'all have, that it comes from the heart, yes, because it's not about anything else. You're sacrificing your money, your time to build this kind of partnership. So that's what we want to talk about, and to you at home, that's what we want to say, to recognize not just the different leagues that are here, but to thank you at home that maybe you participate in there by sponsoring someone, being a partner. We appreciate you. We have a caller that's on a hold. You want to take the call? All right, let's take the caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please. You're on the air. Go ahead, please. You're on the air. Go ahead, please. Okay, in case you call back, we apparently lost you. We apologize. But again, I was talking about the great partnership and, of course, the fun that the youngsters have. But also, I'm glad you mentioned the girls. There's a lot of talent there.
Yeah. Our girls range from the age of 4 to 13. And we were fortunate enough to have 45 girls this year. I know the Eagles always have a large group of girls. I think they had somewhere between 40 to 50 girls this year as well. And, our program, I always say I have 177 kids, and those belong to me. And, the Magnolia Park Sharks have been around for 40 years. Of those 40 years, I've volunteered for 15. my son's done gone, and I've still continued to stay in the community and volunteer our time. It does take a lot of work, as Ruben stated. There's a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff that people don't take into account of what we do. You know, our season may end in December, but it starts back up in January, and it doesn't end again until December.
And also, Denver Harbor has the girls team, not the girls team, but the girls talent.
Yes, they also play with the boys. They're co-ed. They're as tough as some of my boys, you know. So.
And
yes.
y'all also have a lot of the dancers, the cheerleaders.
We have cheerleaders. We have cheer competition. Everything is in-house there in Devil Harbor. We're there Monday to Thursday and Saturday. So.
Well, no, I'm very fortunate, you know, to be allowed to participate in y'all's great parade, because the parades are a lot of fun, and the kids enjoy it. I enjoy it. I think I'm the biggest kid there, because it's just a lot of fun, you know, and it's good for that, for all of us to be a part of it. We got the caller back? I'm trying to get. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, go ahead. You're on the air.
Victor.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you, because, again, you bring out the leadership, you bring up the character, you bring up the discipline in these children. But what I want to say to each and every one of you is that what you do, what you sacrifice, is worth its time and effort and goal. Because you have one individual back there in the number 12 green jersey, and that so happens to be my grandson. I have seen him, and he has grown and grown, and he has developed into a gentleman. But I give credit to each and every one of you for helping me to help him to develop to the gentleman that he is and he will be. And I thank you, and keep up the good efforts, and I do support you, and I will continue to support your efforts.
From grandpa to another, congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Have a good evening. Well said.
Once again, a wonderful show. You have a wonderful program, and I thank you, sir. God bless you. Merry Christmas to each and every one of y'all.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
That was nice.
Well said. Yeah. And again, y'all mentioned earlier, too, I'm fortunate to have this opportunity. This is public access TV at its best. That's what it should be about, that the community take advantage of it. And for y'all to show up tonight, you know, it's a huge honor for me, because this is what we say to the people out there. You know, the city of Houston, as you mentioned, gives us this opportunity to have this. So it's a great partnership when the city government, the parks, the business community, everyone's participating. That's how you improve the quality of life. And we keep at it, no matter what. I mean, that's the important thing. We have challenges. For example, I know there's a challenge going on with the Eagles in terms of the location. It's tight out there. But hopefully in the future, you know, I can take some of y'all back that were Easton Little League, when that park was not ours. And sometimes the Easton Little League had to go somewhere else, and it disbanded. But eventually someone came around and said, we're going to purchase this park and give it back to the community. So now it belongs to the community. I have hopes and faith that the same thing is going to happen for football, that we can have, you know, football fields out there someday, the way other communities have. But you are building the foundation, because if you did not have the program, you couldn't even talk about having football fields. So I think that's something for us to keep in mind for the future. I know we got to go to a break right now, so we'll go to a break and we'll come right back in just a second. That was the Super Bowl, between the Magnolia Sharks and the Eastern Eagles. They played a couple of weeks ago. Is it in Texas City? Texas City. I believe the score was 13-6. 13-6. It was a close game. You can see the competitiveness there. These youngsters put their hearts out there, and I guess somehow, if you're going to have some kind of poetic message, you wish that it would just end up in a tie, because they're all that good. But unfortunately, there is going to be someone that takes the loss. But I hope that the youngsters interpret that in a different manner. Maybe it's philosophical what I'm about to say, but the fact that you were there is not ever a loss. That's a victory. Out of 18 teams, to have Magnolia and East End represent Precinct 6 there at the Super Bowl is a huge honor. And for that, we'll always be winners. So congratulations. At this time, we're going to go to some youngsters that know how to celebrate their birthday. So let's go to this special birthday celebrations.
Thank you very much. Thank you para you por venir. Muchas gracias. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I love to be here. I love everybody here. I love everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Que Dios me bendiga. Cumpleaños. Estoy muy feliz en este día por todas estas cosas que nos hacen a nosotros, ya las de la tercera edad. Muchas gracias. Estas son las mañanitas que cantaba el rey David a las muchachas bonitas que las cantamos así.
My name is Andrea Reyes, and I'm happy. I'm 70 years old, and I'm happy to be here celebrating with my friends here, the seniors. Thank you.
I'm Virginia Delgado, and I've been with this group since 1990. And today, well, actually Saturday, I was 85 years old, and very glad to be alive and part of this group. This is a wonderful group.
We're back live, ladies and gentlemen. I want to congratulate the Salvation Army youngsters, and that's out there in Northside, and the Immaculate Conception youngsters right there, right off of Harrisburg, right in the heart of Immaculate Conception Church. And like always, I say birthdays are very special because it gives us an opportunity to reflect on the beautiful memories that we've made, but it also gives us the opportunity to plan the beautiful memories that we're about to make. So keep on partying out there, and thank you very much for inviting me to such a beautiful celebration. And now we're back with our special guest here. We're celebrating the football leagues in Precinct 6, all the way from Denver Harbor Football League to the Magnolia Sharks to the East End Eagles. All of them have a rich history, a lot of competition, a lot of heart. And, I just want to, again, repeat myself by saying thank you for you being able to be part of continuing to improve the quality of life in our community. I see the progress in our community. You've seen the improvement in the parks. Even though we still need to grow, but I've seen the improvement in Denver Harbor Park, with Magnolia, East End. You know, we just gotta. I can't read that far. Denver Harbor Parade. You want to go to it now? Whenever you're ready. All right, let's go watch the Denver Harbor Parade.
I'm the president here at Denver Harbor Football League. I've been doing it for 3 years. This is my 3rd year. I'm so proud to do what I do. We went from NFL team names to college team names. My sole purpose for that reason was so that they can start focusing more into a college mindset, so that they can start going into colleges and start thinking about it. I'm doing more for our community so that they can start thinking more about the colleges. And I really do love everything I do here. I got a great from the parents. They're out here, rain or shine, you can see.
I'm here to support my grandkids. And football team, there was the Army team. And they wanted me to be with them on the parade, on the float, so I was doing it for them. I've been living here in Denver Harbor since back in 1973. I was in the Army for 2 years. I was in Vietnam from 69 to 70. I am now in the Texas State Guard, military also, and I've been with them for about 21 years. And I belong to the VFW Post 8930 here in Denver Harbor, which will sponsor the Army team also. I say they're doing a good job, and they're doing what they always wanted, and they enjoy themselves.
To the left. Take it back now, y'all. Too much.
The parade went on. It was a great, successful opening season.
That was the beginning of the season, and now we're actually doing our playoffs tonight. Actually, it's the winner out of tonight's games actually going to play the Precinct 6 Bowl. We named that in honor of you and all the work you do for our community and everything you do for just everybody here.
Well, thank you very much. It's an honor that Precinct 6 is being so well represented.
Yes.
I mean, whether it's in, in the Baffle League, in Denver Harbor, we appreciate y'all's part of it, which, again, I know we can go back and forth, but it is a partnership. But I still say, if it wouldn't be for y'all, we wouldn't have no one to support. It starts, I just got to say it the way it is. Y'all start out there, the parents entrust their kids with y'all, with all the coaches. So it's a collective effort, and I just say keep it up. I know there was others that wanted to say something. We'll turn over the mic to make sure if y'all wanted to, but not to put you on the spot. We'll move on. I mean, because I'm known to be able to talk ongoing. Go ahead.
Also touch on what you were saying about the parents. The parents are a huge part of what we are able to do. They help us by fundraising, which keeps the organization financially going. So hats off to the parents for even involving their children with what we have to offer.
And I think when you build up that trust, it's real important. Now, I don't want to touch on this, but I saw it on the news, and maybe all of y'all saw it on the news, some of y'all, that there was a real important game, and high school football, and unfortunately one team lost or something, and it was a playoff game, and one of the parents jumped into the field to attack the coach because he felt that the coach didn't play his son, long enough, and very unfortunate, because nobody wins. Besides the parent going to jail, how it looks for the kids. And one thing that I've got to hand it to y'all that I think we've been blessed. I know y'all had some challenges, but for the most part, it's been very positive. The parents, the support there has been very heartfelt. And I think we just got to keep doing that, keep working on it, never giving up. Because I know the emotions and the passions can overwhelm us because these are our kids. And, of course, we want the best for them, but you just got to keep working with the parents to make sure. Go ahead.
It is a lot of hard work. It's very hard for, I believe, from the Sharks to the Eagles, from us, Denver Harbor. We put in a lot of time, a lot of hard sweat. We put a lot of work in it, but it's all worth it just to see all these little kids' smiles. The big smiles at the end of it. From the beginning to the end, it's just well worth it.
I think that on that aspect about the hard work, I think, as the Magnolia Sharks and the Eastern Eagles, there's one thing that we have to look at, the background, like Chris Medina and, our president, Mark Medina, came from the Sharks. So when you look at it as a whole, the Eastern Eagles wouldn't even exist if it wasn't for the Sharks. That, they started with the Sharks. And we just expanded out. So when you look at the powerhouses now in the communities, that's pretty powerful. How they've developed from one organization to this organization.
And I think it's a great opportunity to build on it because of the fact that we have more youngsters that want to participate.
Absolutely, we're able to get over 400 kids within the two sides of towns to be able to participate within Baffle. And still stay and support the community that we're in and not have to leave our community.
And I think, because I remember years back when I was trying to figure out how to get more involved in helping the community because I saw other communities had football leagues and ours didn't at that time, except for, because when I was with HPD, I was visiting the Magnolia Sharks because I think y'all were one of the few, and then Denver Harbor. So to see it expand is what I'm continually being repetitious
and the
about.
girls.
And the girls.
It's an incredible program. Both programs are incredible.
If you go to my office, I have the plaque up there from 1989. I think at that time I sponsored the Sharkettes, and I was just wondering, I got to give you all that picture to see if some of the girls recognize themselves there from 1989.
They may be volunteers now.
Yes, they probably volunteered. But it's good
and
history.
speaking regarding volunteers, there is a lot of us that give a lot of time, as we've all stated, and it's definitely stress that we enjoy. Unfortunately, as crazy as it sounds, we definitely enjoy what we do, or we wouldn't be doing it. It is about these kids, and it is about keeping these kids off the street and keeping them, out of trouble, and making young women and young men. They are our future. They are our future, and though we have our parents and one of the big things is our community that continues to support us. So, Victor, I would like to say on behalf of the Magnolia Park Sharks, thank you for always being there for us. Every time we call on Precinct 6, you are there. Y'all are there. So, not much, but a token from the Magnolia Park Sharks, we'd like to give you a hat.
Oh,
and, just something to say thank you, and we definitely appreciate it. And I know the Eagles do as well, as well as Denver Harbor. You're always there.
Yeah. And again, and being in law enforcement, our goal in law enforcement is to always improve, to always try to do a better job. There's always room for improvement from all of us. And I think y'all have given us the opportunity in law enforcement for the deputies to be able to see the grassroots. So in their heart, it's also an impact. So again, I know we're going around in there, but I think it's important for us to, really touch on the priorities here. The fact that all of y'all mentioned is our kids. We're investing in our children. We're investing in our community.
We do the math. I think y'all have 200. Y'all have 200, correct?
Yeah.
We have 400. That's 800 kids that are actually doing something positive and not negative.
And it's not yet. It's a tough sport. Football is a tough sport, but but it's good. I mean, gosh, it's something that the kids have an opportunity. Whether they decide to go on professional or not, who knows? Who knows? I mean.
But also when the Sharks travel and the Eagles travel, among those, when they travel to League City and they travel to Pearland, they know the Sharks and the Eagles are coming. And the kids get the opportunity to see that, from East End and Magnolia representing and going and winning. It's a big impact. And just like I think it's in February, Karen? Yes. February, we're going to start our registration again. It's all going to start again. So, all those girls and boys that want to help out in the community need to come out, need to register and do wonderful things.
To point out, too, is that we have a lot of children that graduate out and they return as helpers. So they learn what they've been taught, and so they bring it back. They pay it forward, and we see this every year, and it's beautiful just to see the rotation.
And if you look at both organizations through the years, you'll see those who are coaches and the parents now who probably graduated from the program when they were young. You have multiple generations that have gone through both programs now, and taking what they've learned as they've gone through the programs and giving it back to the children, to the community, and it just feeds on itself, and it allows both organizations and the communities to grow, because you look at the faces of these youngsters here, and these are the ones that are going to be, like you said, Victor, our future leaders. These children are going to be our coaches, our directors, our board members, city councilmen, and it's the things that they learn from us here that they're going to carry with them for the rest of their lives. The examples that we set as leaders in the community and as coaches and board directors, it's what they're going to take.
And also the fact, again, that whether the youngsters decide to play professional or not, what's important is you've been given an opportunity, because many years ago, there was no opportunity. So now it's up to you to decide how far you want to take it. But what's important also is to keep your academics up, to know that school is important, and you balance it out. What you learn on the field from your coaches, take it with you to school. That same discipline, the same hustle, the same heart, you take it to school so that you have the chance to go to college and take the skills that you've learned from Denver Harbor Football League, the Eagles or Magnolia, take it there. Because I think with this, all these numbers, that in the future, ladies and gentlemen, you watch, in the future, you'll see these youngsters playing, not just in college, but professional football, because they chose it. They chose to do it, but the only way they had that choice is they had the opportunity. How can you have a choice if I've never known about it? I've never known the sport. Yeah. And in our days, hey, Dad, Papá, quiero jugar fútbol. No, estás muy chiquito. Yeah. You can't play football, te van a matar. No, man, you can't do that. And now there we go. So then I was, thinking I'm too little. And of course I was little, but I wanted the opportunity. I wanted to go out there and find out. You're right, Dad. Or maybe not. Maybe. Some of your running backs haven't been that tall. You got some fullbacks or running backs? The tall players are mostly, where they play defensive back or quarterback, some of those. But there's room for all of us. Some of your kickers are not that tall. They're real good. So it's up to you, all the players here. It's up to you to take what you learn from your coaches, your parents, make it work at school, make it work the best you can. And I think the main thing is never give up. And if you trip and fall, you make a mistake, you get up and make it right. You make it right and never give up. That's the main thing I think that your coaches and parents are telling. We got a caller? Let's put the caller on. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Hello, Victor.
Hey, Linda. How you doing?
Okay. I'm just calling to say it's a good thing that they have sports and, for the kids to keep, out of trouble and keep on, going to go job and everything.
Yeah, and for them to have fun, huh, Linda?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, thank you for calling, Linda. I appreciate it. All right?
Okay.
You have a good evening.
You too.
Take care. And it is good. And like I said, I feel blessed that in our community, I've seen the program grow. Because also at one time, I remember there was a team that developed in a certain neighborhood. And they were such a good team that the other leagues they changed the rules of the sport. They said, we're not going to make it full contact no more. We're going to make it ragtag. And it was all because the team that developed in that certain neighborhood that we promoted was so good. They were so unstoppable. They changed the rules. So we had to fight that to say, wait a minute, why do you change the rules? Because our kids were that good. And of course, we've fought some battles. You've fought some battles. You're going to fight more battles when you grow up. But take it positively, those battles. Don't give up. Stay focused and concentrate. And the end results, I'm sure you'll be able to enjoy. Want to get another call? Okay. We'll take another call. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Hey, shout out to my brother Joseph.
Hello.
00.
You're saying hi to somebody? Go ahead.
Yes. I wanted to say shout out to my brother Joseph.
Joseph, where you at, Joseph?
00.
00.
00. He's here.
Yup, my brother.
No, we're here. You got him? Did you see him? Put the camera on me. There you go. Is that your brother?
Yeah.
Caller, is that your brother?
Yeah.
Okay. Say hi. Wave to him. He's waving back. Thank you. Have a good evening. That was neat. Y'all got some mic? I don't. Anybody want to say anything? Y'all jump on. No, we don't want to put nobody in the spot now.
You?
Don't put nobody in the spot.
We'll say anything. You can say whatever you want.
Oh, he wants to talk. Give it to him. Go ahead. Let him talk. Go ahead. Say,
If you want.
say hi.
You want to?
I'm 4 years old.
He's our future.
What are you gonna be a shark?
I want to be a shark next week.
Next week. Okay, next week.
Yeah, next
Get
week.
you right away.
I got somebody right here.
Okay, sure.
One of my football players.
You want to get the caller? Okay. Go ahead. You're on the air. Go ahead. Give him the mic. Ready. We'll get him. Oh, we still got plenty of time. Go ahead. You're on the air. Go ahead, please. Hello.
My name is Max, and I'm on the BIU Cougars.
All right. Cougar. Cougar land. I'm sorry, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Hello?
Hello. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Thank you. Yes, I just wanted to send congratulations to everyone that volunteers for the football team, and especially to Brother Dean Sanchez and the Magnolia Stars. And they've come a long way, and they continue to give back to me as well as the other football team.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Have a good evening.
You too.
Thank you. Sometimes, ladies and gentlemen at home, to all the audience, because it's live, it chops out, and you have a delay reaction. So when I'm talking, we get a little delay. So just kind of bear with me, but we appreciate your calls. If you want to continue to call, we will. Did we hear? I know he said he's going to be the next Cougar.
No, he participates in our football league. I think he's 3 years old, right? 4 years old. He just turned 4.
Congratulations.
He'll be 5, and
did a good job.
He plays flag, and his team is the BYU Cougars. So.
Well, who knows? You might be the next best player in the Cougars era. All right. Got another caller? We'll take the caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Yes, I want to send a shout out to my nephew 6'9". I want to congratulate both teams for doing their best out there in the field and always showing what they have. They're the best two teams in the league. Shout out to 6'9".
All right, good deal. Thank you. And again, to all of you at home, ladies and gentlemen, I know some of you, you don't have anyone that participates in football. They still appreciate your support. This is a collective effort, and I think that's the way to look at it. If we live out here in Precinct 6 or anywhere else for that matter, support the youngsters in your community. Whether it's right now we're featuring football, there's many other sports that youngsters like to participate. We wanted to showcase football because these leagues have been extraordinary. They've been a great example to our community, not only by dominating in the BAFL League, which BAFL stands for Bay Area Football League, and then Denver Harbor building their league to almost 400 youngsters competing with themselves.
We're an independent league.
Yeah, and y'all done a
In-house.
great job. So the idea was to showcase them to you at home, to let you know the progress that's going on. Because sometimes, again, I don't believe they get the attention they deserve. So we're going to work on that to make sure they get more recognition. I know that the areas that you visit do recognize y'all. They know y'all.
Oh, yeah.
In fact,
Definitely.
they're hoping y'all don't show up. Just kidding. It's all football talk. Got a caller?
I think Denver Harbor's waiting for y'all.
Let's take this call. You're on the air. Go ahead, please. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Hi, I'd like to give a shout out to my little sister, Jessie Almendarez, number 80, from the Magnolia Park Sharks.
You got the shout out. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good evening. We still got some time. Go ahead. Anybody? We'll move on. Yes. You got the mic. Go ahead. Okay, we'll come back. Hold on. Hold the mic. Okay. Go ahead.
Can I say how Eagles has changed my life?
Sure. Talk about it. Whatever you feel.
I've been in the Eagles for 8 years. I started in 2006. And it's really changed my life to see how discipline and responsibilities and winning Super Bowl 2 times in a row has really been amazing and really good in my life.
Well, congratulations to you. And I know that, yeah. Good job. Thank you. Keep up the good. But remember now, all of y'all, take this with you the rest of your life. This is the beginning. You take it the rest of your life with you. Not just right now, but when you're 20, when you're 40, when you're 60, when you're 80, when you're 100. You always keep moving forward. Always keep trying to do a better job. Who's next? I know I got a caller. I'll be right with you. Go ahead.
Well, I just want to say that I think I speak for almost everybody in this room when I say this is about our last years. And I think that everybody has enjoyed this so far. For me, I've been here 8 years, and it's changed me. Before, I was some snotty little, think I'm all that little kid. But I think now that I'm more mature and grateful and thankful young man.
All right. Well said. You got a caller? Hold up, my friend. Let me get this caller. You on the air? Go ahead, please. You on the air? Go ahead, please.
Hello?
You on the air? Go ahead.
I want to say congratulations to the Sharks, and especially for my grandson. His name is Daniel Gonzalez. Okay, thank you.
Well, congratulations. Thank you for the call.
Get up.
Thank you.
Stand up.
You had the mic. Go ahead.
I just want to say that, I'm Beth Galliford. This is my husband, Brett. And we've really enjoyed our time with the Sharks. We've been with the Sharks for 5 years, and I can honestly say that's been the best, amazing time of our life. And it has, I know, has changed my son and has changed our life. And Shark family, we will always be. Go Sharks!
We're trying to get all the... Okay, go ahead. I'll be right with you. Hold on. Okay, I'll be right back. Go ahead.
I feel this is not only for the kids, but it helps out the adults too, because the adults can learn how to work with other people and learn how to get along with one another. I see the adults around the park rushing around trying to get things done for the teams. They try to help the teams out, but they're using teamwork with the other adults.
Awesome. Well said. We got a caller. Go ahead, please. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Yes, I'd like to make a comment, please.
Sure.
I think organized sports is something that's very valuable to a young man or a young woman. If they keep their GPA up in high school, then let their sports pay for their college education.
Very well said. Thank you, caller. Thank you very much. Well said. You know, I want to repeat it real simple. Talking about keeping your grades up, because if you qualify in sports, you can get college paid completely what they call a full ride. And we're talking about football right now, but it can be any sport. So that's what the caller was saying. Keep your GPA is your grade point average. So you keep that up. If you're conscious of it, it can help you in the long run. We got another caller? All right, we'll take caller. Y'all got the most calls we've ever had. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Hi, my name is Natalie.
Hi, Natalie.
Hi, how are you?
Fine. Having a good time.
I'm currently the basketball representative for the Eastern Eagles. My comment was in regards to something that was said earlier about volunteers. I started off as drill director for the Sharkettes back in the early 90s. And actually one of the graduating girls from the Sharkettes is the current assistant director for the Eastern Eagles. And I think the children have learned in the community that from both organizations, and both organizations are very strong. I've been with BAFO 18 years, and seeing the Sharks grow as they have, and then doing the Eastern Eagles, it has made our community a lot stronger.
Thank you very much. Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We only got a couple of minutes left. We're about to take the live call number out. If my producers could do that so we can have some final comments. I did want to say on a somber note to the Christie family, our condolence and celebration of the life of a Greek immigrant that came here to Houston and began the first Christie restaurant. Well, he didn't begin it, but he was a partner with someone. So, again, thank you for all the contributions. We'll take the last call? Yes, we'll take another call. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Hi, I would like to give a shout out to my little brother, Gonzo. It's his 10th birthday.
Oh, happy birthday. Yeah.
And I want to give a shout out also to my dad, who's the 18th.
Thank you very much. Congratulations. Your birthday? How old are you?
It's going to be 10 Saturday.
Wait there. Is she still there? No, we hung up. Congratulations. Happy birthday. We only got 30 seconds left. It's been a great show. We got 1 minute? 1 minute. Any final comments from anybody? Yes, go ahead. Jump in.
I'm 13, and this was my last year. I've learned so many lessons from the Sharks, and there's been some ups and downs, but through that, it's been a great experience, and it would have been good to win the Super Bowl, but at least I can say I've been to it.
Absolutely.
To you at home again, this was an exciting, very lively show. The best that we had on the Victor Trevino show in quite some time, and we've had a lot of shows. One more comment? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I want to represent Denver Harbor because that was where actually I started tackle football. Thank you very much for teaching me a good lesson. Well, I've been with the Sharks for 3 years now, and I've learned to be more polite, have more manners, and show more corazón to whenever I play football. And I dedicate it to my dad, which he's kind of a military. And I love you and miss you. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank y'all. See you next week.